Hi fellow chef knives enthusiasts. Another video, another knife. Today I'm going to show you a Nigara ANMON Damascus Yanagiba 270mm silver 3 or ginseng 3 stainless steel E32262 HRC with a migaki or a polished finish. Handle made of ebony with nickel spacers and a buffalo horn ferrule. The current president of Nigara is the 7th generation owner, Toshiju Yoshizawa. Being an art enthusiast himself, and with his designer eyeglasses and a nonchalant hairstyle, Mr. Yoshizawa would not feel out of place in a design firm or art gallery in Europe. He created the ANMON pattern in 2008. It was inspired by Andy Warhol's paintings of John Lennon. The glasses of John Lennon had waves on it. And it was inspired by the rippling water of the beautiful ANMON waterfalls, cascading from the foot of the World Heritage Shirakami Mountains adjacent to the city of Hirosaki. This castle town is where the family business started 350 years ago and where it is still based today. If you have seen the other video of the Nigara Kiritsuke with the rainbow finish, you already know that Nigara knows how to execute guru-level manipulations on steels in their Jian cutlery forging station. Most of the Nigara blades are now from Toshihisa's eldest son, the current 8th generation blacksmith Tsuyoshi Yoshizawa. The sight of the rippling waterfall has enchanted its visitors with its mystical power. And I think the ANMON pattern is enchanting people worldwide by now. At least it's enchanting me from time to time, because I'm the lucky owner of a Nigara ANMON Damascus knife myself. This one though is not mine. This particular ANMON Damascus is from an Italian friend of mine. His name is Giovanni. I already did a review on his Nigara Kiritsuke with the rainbow Damascus. This is another knife from him that he offered to me so I could make a review video on it. The boxes they come in are very beautiful too. They have this kind of velvet texture to it. It has a beautiful gray tone. I also like the red velvet on the inside. It makes the knife really pop. As the owner of a Nigara Troll Killer Gyuto and Nigara ANMON Damascus Usuba, I have to say that Nigara makes the most beautiful Damascus steel knives of them all. Damn, yeah, these guys, they are artists. The fit and finish of this knife are simply second to none. From the fluid polished choil to the smooth spine, not to mention the beautiful grind and smooth tapering. The migaki finish is polished to the point that it qualifies as a mirror polish in my opinion. I truly believe these ANMON knives should be seen in person, because only then you can truly appreciate their beauty. The handle is an octagon handle. It's made of ebony wood. It has a black buffalo horn ferrule. The ANMON pattern at some places look like when you drop a small little pebble in the water and then you see this rippling effect. There's waves, there is so much going on, but it's not too chaotic. It kind of actually looks like a painting more or less on a blade. I love how the kanji really pops from this mirror polished backside of the knife. Look how shiny, look how polished the metal is and how beautiful and minimalistic. It looks like a traditional Japanese knife, I'd say. The profile of the blade is very flat, like a slicer should be, with a slight curve to the tip. Tip on the blade is also pretty. And you can see how razor thin the edge becomes. They do some fantastic work. Every characteristic of water is represented in this Damascus pattern. You can see the ripples of water, you can see the waviness of water. They make me think of a pop art version of E.T. If you zoom in on just two of those connected water drop ripple effect, it kind of looks like E.T., like a pop art version of E.T. And if you zoom out and look to a bunch of these connected water ripples, it kind of makes me think of a bicycle chain or something as well. Anyway, whatever you want to see in it or see in it, the fact is that what I'm looking at is so stunning. If you're not too familiar with Japanese traditional knives and single bevel knives, you might ask yourself what a Yanagiba knife actually is. As I know, and also unfortunately learned the hard way sometimes, it's important to know your knives and what they are meant to do, and also what they are not meant to do. So let's understand first and foremost what a Yanagiba knife is and how it differs from any old regular kitchen knife. Originating in the Kansai region of Japan, the Yanagiba knife is one of the sleekest Japanese kitchen knives you can find. The term Yanagiba comes from the Japanese expression for willow leaf. It makes perfect sense, as the Yanagiba blade has a long and narrow blade that resembles a willow leaf. You can see the knife has a very definable bevel grind line that goes from the handle to the spine just below the tip. This is called a shinogi. The backside does not have a bevel grind, thus making this a single bevel knife. The backside of the knife is not completely flat, it's actually concave. We call that the urasuki. The idea behind this unique construction boils down to equal parts performance and food release. The particularly slender blade shape of a Yanagiba is perfect for fluid, non-stop slicing, therefore making this knife every sushi chef's dream. Japanese sushi chefs will agree that this type of slender blade is absolutely essential for preserving both the flavor and original texture of raw fish. You will certainly find the Yanagiba knife in the best sushi kitchens or the average sushi enthusiast's home. That being said, these types of knives can also be used to cut up a large holiday roast, skin your daily catch, or finally slice some sort of pate. At the end of the day, if you are looking for paper thin, clean cuts, you can pretty much slice anything with a Yanagiba. You use a Yanagiba knife like you would any other Japanese knife, carefully, with respect, with full attention. I for one always feel grateful and humbled to be able to use all of these beautiful pieces of usable art. These Japanese Yanagiba knives are absolute weapons that can slice cleanly through any type of fish. You want to use a fluid motion when slicing with any Yanagiba, and instead of back and forth motion, think of any sushi chef you've ever watched sliced through a tuna or fresh salmon. You want it to be a confident and crisp cut that takes place one time only. Even if you don't eat sushi regularly, this is the type of knife that appears less versatile than it truly is. Owning several different styles of knives just give you more room to play around in the kitchen. So whether or not you have any intention of becoming a personal sushi chef, I'd strongly advise you to expand your collection and include one of these stunning Japanese editions. Its slender willow blade is both beautiful and intimidating to those who don't trust their own knife strokes, but the best companion to those who do. It is the slender beacon of kitchen truth and can be more versatile than you think it is. So we all know that a Yanagiba is meant to slice fish, to slice raw protein. I'll not be slicing fish with this knife and instead do some cuts and slices on a pineapple. Just to show you that you can do something like this with a Yanagiba as well. Personally, you can wake me up any time of the day, even if I'm not sleeping, to go and eat at a Japanese omakase restaurant. I love sushi, but sushi lover or not, you need a Yanagiba. If you are a collector, you need a Yanagiba. If you're rich, you need a Yanagiba. If you're broke, you need a Yanagiba. If you are me, you need a Yanagiba. If you're taking sushi a little bit serious, you need a Yanagiba. In the next few days, possibly weeks, I will be uploading more videos on Nigara knives in particular. I have another one that was borrowed to me by Meester Slijpers, which is a spectacular Nigara Troll Killer Mount Fuji version, 330mm long, Sakimaru. So yeah, that's gonna be epic. Thanks for watching. And if you want to see more, make sure to subscribe on my channel, push that like button. It definitely helps to make the videos pop up more often in the algorithm of YouTube and reach more knife enthusiasts like yourself and of course me. He's a bit mad that I didn't slice any raw fish for him today. Ooh. He lost his knife. Want some fish?